Desert's news leader. This is News Channel 3, live at 6.
The party is just getting started in Palm Springs. Thousands are in town to take part in Splash House. See why the event has some people returning year after year. Plus,
when a child is removed from their home here, and if we don't have a loving foster family that can take them in, that child is driven all the way to Riverside.
There's a need for foster families here in the Coachella Valley. See why it's not just about opening up your home, but also your heart. Good evening, everyone. I'm Miriam Bouchon, and we will get to those stories in just a bit. But first, we are fired up for the Calder Cup over here. Firebirds face off tonight for Game 2 against the Hershey Bears. We have News Channel 3 sports anchor Bailey Ordondo alongside our favorite Firebirds fan and meteorologist Kelly Moody, both joining us live from Acrisure Arena. Hey there, guys. It looks things are getting super exciting over there right now. You got a bunch of people.
Marion, this is the spot to be on Saturday night. I had to convince Kelly to work and not be at this game because she's usually inside banging on the glass, the biggest Firebirds fan.
This is true. I mean, I have a lot of fun when I'm here. Really, we talk about the fan experience, and I'm just one of the fans. Tonight, we're going to give you a little bit of your weather as well, of course, but I just really wanted to be able to be here rather than in the studio and be able to join in on a lot of the action.
We rally the valley, but very most important, too, Firebirds forecast.
Well, you got to have your Firebirds forecast. And there are a couple key elements that you are going to want to know about because we do actually have a first alert weather alert in place. So let's go ahead and dive right into that. We'll start with that first alert weather alert, which is for those strong winds. They are going to be in place all day for your Sunday. So we're already starting to feel, and I'm sure you can see by our hair, that there is some of that wind. We're going to take a look at those current wind speeds right now. Those are really starting to move on in. Right now we've got sustained wind speeds upwards of 30 miles per hour in the Thousand Palms area. And yeah, like I said, we're feeling it here. And you can see those winds already starting to stretch on down toward the east end of the 10 freeway. Here's the thing. These winds won't be all too different from what you will experience looking ahead toward tomorrow, but they will be more prolonged. So while these winds will ramp up throughout the day, they just won't slow down. We'll continue to see them strengthen as we head into the overnight hours. Stay with us into tomorrow. I do want to make note also, a little sticky out there today. We do have slightly elevated dew points in the upper 40s, low 50s because of that low pressure moving through. Obviously, some additional cloud cover overhead. But fans are loving it. During tonight's game, puck drop at 78 degrees. We'll cool off to the upper 60s by the time things get a little bit later in the evening. And of course, we're going to continue to stay here and be covering all of the Firebirds fun. Bailey, come on back in here. I know you happen to be a fan of game shows, and there's some fun with that coming up a little bit later on. We've got some Firebird trivia.
Well, yeah, we're going to test the fans' knowledge, how everyone's been diving in. But, Kelly, I just, it's remarkable every time we come out here, the bought-in from the fans. We talked to Hershey Bears fans that met in Hershey, now live in Phoenix, and said, are you kidding me? Now our Bears are playing in Southern California. We cannot miss that.
But to be clear, we are here for the Birds.
Well, yes, we do cover both sides, too. And, hey, those Hershey bands, that's a storied franchise, the most storied in all of the AHL. You know they're going to have passionate fan base. These Firebird fans, different.
A little bit different. Fired up. Miriam, we'll take it back to you in the studio.
Thank you, Kelly and Bailey. Just a quick check-in with you. How is the atmosphere and everything going really quick?
Well, the atmosphere, take a look. It's outstanding. Fans trickling in. People were here all throughout past hour, getting in line, getting their seat, and talked to a few Firebird fans that we wanted to get inside for some live shots, but they said, no way, we got to get there on the ice to see these guys warm up. They already have their routines, and this is going to be an outstanding Game 2. We'll have more coming up in sports, hear from the players and their mindset ahead of Game 2, Marion.
Awesome. Thank you, Kelly. Thank you, Bailey. We'll check back in with you guys later. And you can catch tonight's game on the CW. Puck drop is set just after 7. And sports director Blake Arthur is headed to Hershey, Pennsylvania next week for coverage on games 3 and 4, along with game 5 if it's necessary. Stay tuned for live coverage from the East Coast, all made possible by the Coachella Valley Journalism Foundation. Now, putting the spotlight on the need for foster families. Coming up, see how local organizations are working to expand foster homes right here in the Valley. And Firebirds fans get some local hockey team trivia. Your Calder Cup coverage continues just ahead. You're watching News Channel 3, the Desert's news leader.
Hey everybody, I'm Blake.
And I'm Bailey.
News Channel 3 is bringing you the first ever Student Athlete of the Year.
These 6 student athletes have worked hard all year long. And now we get to celebrate who you picked to be the first ever Coachella Valley Student Athlete of the Year. Watch the Student Athlete of the Year special, presented by Mai Tai in La Quinta, June 11th at 5 p.m. on KESQ News Channel 3, the Desert Sports Leader.
It's slow braised, shredded, and back at Del Taco. Shredded pork carnitas returns in a stuffed quesadilla taco, combo burrito, epic torta, and carnitas fries. Say hello to Del Taco Bettermix and say hello to free delivery in the app now through June 11th.
You didn't choose cat allergies. You didn't choose your hairline, hot flashes, the flu, or that thing when your knee just gives out for no reason. You didn't choose your bad back, or this, or that. You didn't choose depression, melanoma, or lactose intolerance. But with Kaiser Permanente, you can choose your doctor who works with other best-in-class specialists to care for all that is you.
There's an issue affecting many children that I can't solve alone. It's called toxic stress. It builds up inside, increasing the risk for lasting health issues. Learn 4 things you can do to overcome toxic stress at first5california.com.
Historic Shadow Mountain Golf Club in the heart of Palm Desert, just blocks from El Paseo. User-friendly link with a pace of play of 3.5 hours. Wind-sheltered location, walkable, and great playability. Challenging yet friendly. Shadow Mountain Golf Club.
Summer is here, and the intense heat can be difficult to bear, particularly for those who are already struggling. The Coachella Valley Rescue Mission is working hard to support our homeless and at-risk neighbors through the hottest months of the year. Your assistance will make a huge difference in ensuring that everyone has access to essential items. Please donate non-perishable food, clothing, water, or any other items directly to CVRM. This contribution will make a significant impact on those who need it most during the summer season. CVRM also accepts monetary donations at cvrm.org.
It's slow braised, shredded, and back at Del Taco. Shredded pork carnitas returns in a stuffed quesadilla taco, combo burrito, epic torta, and carnitas fries. Say hello to Del Taco Bettermix and say hello to free delivery in the app now through June 11th.
Our Firebirds coverage continues now with our very own Kelly Moody. She's been scoping out the crowds and talking to some of those diehard fans. So Kelly, bring them on out. I want to meet them.
All right, Mary, so we've got 2 fans that are going to play some Firebirds trivia with us. We've got Willie and Alex. Here's how the game works. Now, I've already explained it to you. I'll explain it to all of you at home. I have 3 questions. The answers are all numbers, so it's going to be whoever gets closest to that number, and then it's best 2 out of 3. The winner will get a Calder Cup Finals puck and also a keychain. And then we're going to play this again at 6:30, so, you'll have to tune in then. But let's start. Willie, Alex, are you ready?
Yeah.
All right, first question. How many goals has Captain Max McCormick scored in the playoffs? Willie, you go first.
I'm going to say 16.
16 is what Willie says. Alex?
It's around like 5.
5? Willie, you get that first round. The answer is 12 for all of you playing at home. All right, next question. You got to pick it back up here, Alex. How many saves has goalie Joey Decord had in the postseason? This is a big number. I'm going to give you that hint. Willie?
I'm going to say 150.
You say 150. Alex, what do you say?
Like 175.
Say one more time.
175.
175. Alex, that one goes to you, but it's a much bigger number than both of those. It's 594 saves that Joey Decord has had in the postseason. All right, this is the last question, and it's a tough one. Ready?
All right.
What is Fuego's jersey number?
Wait, can I go first?
Go first.
22.
You say 22?
I was going for the same one, 22.
Oh, man. That is the answer, which means we have a tie break. And this is a tough question. And I didn't give it to all of you at home, so we're going to try it out here. Cole Lind is the postseason highest point scorer. How many assists has he had?
20. I'll say like 30.
Bailey?
19.
19. Willie, you win. Thank you, Bailey, for your math help. You get a nice puck there. You can show it off. Sky keychain. Alex, thank you for playing. We appreciate it. We're having a lot of fun out here, getting ready and getting hyped for Game 2. Bailey, you've got some sports stuff coming up for us a little bit later on. Sports stuff. He's going to give us all the preview of what you need to know going into this. And I will have more with your First Alert forecast, plus a preview of everything that's going on with these winds. A First Alert weather alert in place for tomorrow. So stay with us. Marion.
Thank you, Kelly. Now I feel so much more educated on all this Firebirds trivia. Thank you much. We'll see you again soon. New tonight, a local nonprofit hosted an information session in Indio earlier today for families interested in foster care or adoption. News Channel 3's Bianca Ventura is sharing why foster care is so important for local youth at risk.
There is an abundance of children that are being removed daily from their homes due to abuse and neglect, no fault of their own, being placed in the system.
Foster All, along with Faith in Motion and Riverside County's Department of Public Social Services, are equipping people with resources to become foster parents. Leaders with these organizations tell us there's a huge need for foster families here in the Coachella Valley.
When a child is removed from their home here, and if we don't have a loving foster family that can take them in, that child is driven all the way to Riverside to a social worker's office.
And the ultimate goal is to reunify children with their parents or a family member.
One of the biggest surprises for us has been connecting with the parents, forming relationships, and being able to continue to have those relationships with the parents and the children even after they return home.
These organizations are especially wanting to help teens.
A lot of teenagers are placed in shelters because sadly, they're not being fostered, and we need families that will take teenagers as well for the time being. If a teenager is not with a safe, loving home, a mentor, or a foster family, when they turn 18, they will be emancipated out of the system, and statistics show within 2 years they can be sex trafficked, they can be homeless, or they can be incarcerated.
Both Foster All and Faith in Motion help connect people that are interested in offering foster care or adoptive services with the family agency.
Faith in Motion will walk you through that whole process of becoming foster parents.
In Indio, Bianca Ventura, News Channel 3.
2 people are behind bars following a burglary in Palm Desert. Deputies responded to an alarm call off El Paseo near San Pablo Avenue yesterday around 4:30 in the morning. They say the place had been burglarized, around $40,000 stolen. They identified 2 suspects. The 2 were found near Anza, and the stolen merchandise was luckily recovered. A domestic violence call has landed a Banning man in jail. Deputies were called to Matthews Road in Banning late last night. The suspect was accused of assaulting the victim and then taking off. When investigators arrived, they say they found several firearms belonging to the suspect. During this time, the suspect apparently returned to the scene. Deputies told him to come out of his car, but say he did not comply. After negotiations, they say they were able to arrest him. He's being held on $50,000 bail. And we have more Firebirds action ahead. Plus, Splash House in the house. See how attendees are hoping to make this party weekend a safe one. You're watching News Channel 3, the Desert's news leader.
Join us at Las Casuelas Nuevas for a delightful Father's Day celebration during our Sunday brunch on June 18th. Indulge in a lavish buffet showcasing the finest and authentic flavors of Mexican cuisine. Enjoy our delicious mimosas and margaritas while being serenaded by our live mariachi. Join us as we celebrate 50 years of family tradition during our Father's Day brunch. Reserve your table today by calling 760-328-8844. Don't miss out on this special occasion. Treat Dad to a taste of Mexico in the heart of Rancho Mirage.
Oh, honey, why don't we alarm the new system?
Oh, yeah. Well, that was easy.
So easy. Let's go.
As the premier provider of home automation solutions in the Coachella Valley, Smart Tech is committed to bringing you the latest and most innovative technology.
From lighting control to temperature regulation, we've got you covered.
Contact us today and schedule a consultation and start transforming your home into a smart home.
This is everything I ever dreamed of!
The summer of '69 was the best summer ever. Be cool.
You were the best Peter Pan ever, baby.
Those 2 hours and 23 minutes really flew by.
The Wonder Years returns Wednesday, 9/8 Central on ABC.
It's a brand new day.
Don't let junk get in the way.
All you have to do is point. And you'll be back to your old self again.
Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK.
Or visit 1-800-GOT-JUNK.com.
Hiya, Hannah here at Arco. Check out my mood skirt. And now that Arco accepts credit cards, I can pay whatever way I'm in the mood for. Hey, make up your mind, skirt.
Arco, quality top-tier gas for less. Now accepting credit cards.
If it weren't a drink from McDonald's, you wouldn't try this hard.
It's the perfect midday reward. Rich mocha with cookies and cream. Treat yourself to an Oreo frappe today. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
It's a brand new day.
Don't let junk get in the way.
All you have to do is point.
And you'll be back to your old self again.
Yeah!
Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK.
Or visit 1-800-GOT-JUNK.com.
First Alert Weather brought to you by Comfort Air. They're #1 for a reason.
Welcome back. President Biden and the First Lady are marking Pride Month at the White House. They welcomed members of the LGBTQ+ community to the South Lawn today for a picnic and a concert. The president says protecting the rights of LGBTQ+ citizens is a top priority of his administration, both here at home and abroad. And everybody grab your floaties and those rose-colored glasses because it is day 2 of Splash House over in Palm Springs. News Channel 3's Miyoshi Price shares how festival producers plan to keep people safe during the 3-day event.
And Splash House is basically like Christmas. To all the people here right now.
Thousands of music lovers are in Palm Springs for the 10th annual Splash House. Mary Pat Williams and her crew have been to Splash House twice.
We're getting a wish by being in the beautiful sunshine, doing what we love, dance in the freaking house music.
Williams says with our desert heat, she has advised her friends to stay hydrated.
I'm getting an IV tomorrow morning, so that's how I will make sure to replenish. I don't know about today, but tomorrow for sure.
Andrea Casava says it's her first time. They have a group of 16 to celebrate this bride-to-be who has been to Splash House pre-COVID.
You eat a really big meal at 11 o'clock. And then you just don't think about how tired you are and you just go off the vibes.
As you can see behind me, there are transportation buses that are taking people to and from the different hotels so that they can avoid accidents, avoid drinking and driving, and also eliminate more traffic.
It's time to get wet. Let's go. Oh my God. All right, with that, we're out.
Cameron Rosales, also known as Rose Garden in Twin Flame, will be DJing Sunday at Saguaro.
It's really humbling, but I don't really see it as, I see the people there with me, but I see them as they're enjoying it with me, not so much performing to them.
So I'm most excited to see it's Murph because he got famous from TikTok. And you know, that app does change people's life.
In Palm Springs, Miyoshi Price, News Channel 3.
The Cathedral City Fire Department wants you to be prepared in case of an emergency. Today, it hosted its Grab and Go emergency preparedness event at St. Louis Catholic Church. Dozens came out to learn safety tips, also packed their own emergency kits. Some tips to be prepared include make sure to create a plan, activate wireless emergency alerts on your phone, and create an emergency supply kit.
All right, welcome back to Acrisure Arena. I have everyone's favorite bird. It's Fuego, folks. Fuego, you're here to help me do the weather. But first and foremost, we've got a first alert weather alert in place for winds that are picking up, looking ahead as we head into tomorrow. I'll tell you what, Fuego, can I see your wingspan? Because you are going to be taking flight as we look ahead. Let's talk a little bit about these winds. All right, so gusty conditions all day Sunday. We're already feeling some of this wind, right? I mean, you got all your feathers? You're good? Okay, good. Because these winds could ruffle some feathers. We know they can be a nuisance, but they are going to stay with us all throughout our Sunday, pretty much all day long. Could mean some difficult driving conditions, could mean some wind blows sand and dust. We don't like that. It gets in the eyes. Our players certainly can't work with that. They only deal with ice. So, all good things to keep in mind. Let's go ahead and take a look at what we can expect out of these winds hour by hour. By late tonight, when everyone's leaving Acrisure celebrating a win, right? It might be a little bit gusty. So everyone, hang on to your Firebirds hats, and we will continue to see those winds stay pretty consistent in the overnight hours. They're not going away. Your first alert weather alert in place all the way through your Sunday stays with us as we head into Sunday afternoon. Winds get even a little bit stronger heading into Sunday night. They're just not going away, which also means it's something you need to consider if maybe you're somebody heading out to Splash House. Might be a little bit windy by the pool. Winds will weaken a little bit as we head into your Monday morning, but we're staying pretty breezy for the start of the week. All right, Splash House. You like to swim? Yeah, okay. We like to swim a little bit. That's good to know. Temperature-wise, we are looking at temperatures that are going to be hanging out in the 80s. I mean, this is going to be comfortable. This is nice. That part of the forecast we're fired up for, right? Yeah, I mean, even the winds we can deal with. You fly the right direction, you know, the pacing works. As we take a look at your complete First Alert Comfort Air 7-day forecast, again, that First Alert weather alert is in place for tomorrow. And then as we look ahead, temperatures looking real nice, hanging out in the mid to upper 80s. They warm up a little bit more to the mid to upper 90s by the end of the week. Then we're back to those seasonable norms as we head into the weekend. Fuego, you've been a huge help. I got to bring in our friend Bailey here as well.
Are you sure there's room for more?
We can make room for more.
Fuego, we
room
appreciate
for more.
you.
Yeah.
We might have to get him on payroll. We got to check with our managers and we get him on staff.
The
energy, infectious.
You can't beat it. Fuego is running this whole place. Where's your drum, Fuego? Oh.
No, you have to go on social media and see what Fuego was wearing when he was coming into the arena.
Fuego fits. But let me tell you,
Talk
that
about
drum is the only thing louder than the fans at Acrisure. Bailey, what can we expect as we get ready for Game 2?
Guys, coming up in sports, you'll hear from Joey DeCord, Cole Lind, head coach Dan Bilesma on how Game 1, yeah, it was great, but they're ready to rock and roll for Game 2. Don't go anywhere. You're watching News Channel 3, The Desert's news leader.
Investigating public corruption, safety concerns, scams, and wasted tax dollars. Email the News Channel 3i team your tip. Controversial plans for a homeless navigation center in northern Palm Springs has locals divided.
I don't see it succeeding.
And higher than expected building costs of over $30 million.
So where does the Homeless Navigation Center project stand?
Peter Doubt goes in-depth on the new timeline for the Homeless Navigation Center and why millions more is needed for its completion in Controversial Construction. Watch Wednesday at 6 on News Channel 3.
1069 The Eagle, the Valley's greatest hits of the 70s and 80s. It's your friend Rick Dees right here on The Eagle. Afternoons 3 to 7. Dees in the Desert. Playing your favorite Eagle music, just making you feel good. 1069 The Eagle.
We've been here 10 years and we specialize in Belgian cuisine, including in waffles, fries, chocolate mousse, mussels, and we're excited to have you coming to our restaurant.
Enjoy Belgian-inspired cuisine prepared with the highest quality in our charming Brussels bistro. Our full bar has a wide selection of domestic and imported wines and beers. Cibon Restaurant, Rancho Mirage. So European, so good. Cibon.
This all-new Aria is an elegant EV.
Yeah, with 389 horsepower. And all-wheel drive. Ooh.
It's beautiful.
It's a beast.
It's electric.
With an edge.
Oh, let's go with that.
Get a low $429 per month lease or get 2.99% financing for 36 months on the all-new Aria.
95 years ago, the Coachella Valley Mosquito and Vector Control District was formed to control tiny eye gnats. These pesky flies spread pink eye infections to so many children in the valley, local schools had to close for months. Today we're working to keep valley communities safe and healthy through public education and innovative techniques to control mosquitoes and red imported fire rats. More about our services and what you can do to keep the Coachella Valley a place you want to live, work, and play, visit us at cvmosquito.org.
1069 The Eagle, the Valley's greatest hits of the 70s and 80s. It's your friend Rick Dees right here on The Eagle. Afternoons 3 to 7. Dees in the Desert.
Rick Dees in the Desert. 1069 The Eagle.
Now, time for the best local sports show with sports anchor Bailey Arredondo.
Welcome to Acrisure Arena, home of the Coachella Valley Firebirds and Game 2 of the Calder Cup Finals. Can this magical inaugural season get any better? Well, of course it can. The Firebirds are here 3 games rather away from a Calder Cup championship. Let me step out of the scene, show you the scene outside Acrisure Arena. What a marvelous start for the finals to the Firebirds. My man Dave Field, I know you're rocking and rolling, brother. I'm going to see you inside. Let's go Birds. this scene, it's incredible. Just thinking about the Valley, the support wrapping around this Firebirds team. And the Hershey Bears had a long day and night thinking about the 5-0 loss in Game 1. The chatter was, how will the Firebirds look against a historical franchise, a historical team like the Hershey Bears? And it was quite the contrary. I love what Joey DeCord said after the game. It wasn't them. It was all us. We played Firebirds hockey, and when we play Firebirds hockey, we're a tough team to beat. The Firebirds passed the eye test, but let's take a look at the numbers, because numbers do tell a story, and I think you'll be shocked to see the amount of Firebirds in the stat leaders for the playoffs. Firebirds, whew, all over the board. They have 3 of the top 4 goal scorers this postseason. McCormick leading the way with 12. Joey, yeah, he's been Joey. Brick wall, leads the league in saves, shut out the Bears in Game 1. And I love the selflessness of this team. The Birds have the top 3 players with assists: Cole Lynn, Cameron Hughes, Riker Evans. A complete team that is ready to back up Game 1.
They're down, so they're going to be desperate, and we need to match that desperation and stick to our game plan, stick to our process, and do the right things. And if we do that, good things will happen. So just sticking to the process.
We like to show it on the scoreboard and what we can do. Just try to frustrate them as much as we can, and then execute when we get the chances.
We get the win. We get to put a puck on the wall, but we can't let the scoreboard and the success that we had in Game 1 dictate how we're going to come out in Game 2.
That's a former Stanley Cup champion head coach's mindset if I've ever seen one. A 2-0 series is a whole lot different than a 1-1. Puck drop at 7 p.m. If you can't make it, watch it live on the CW. We know the Bird Bard is going to be rocking. Be sure to stay with News Channel 3 throughout the whole night. We will not leave until Game 2 is done. Post-game sound coming out to you later tonight at 10 and 11. Full game highlights. And honestly, I want to bring in Kelly Moody, meteorologist Kelly Moody.
Thank you,
now. And how are you feeling about this game?
Well, I'm feeling pretty good, but
what do we have there?
You know, we've been talking a lot about all of this is going on with Hershey. We're boycotting the chocolate. You come here, trade it in, you get some Brandini instead. And let me tell you, a lot of folks are doing it, but we've had this one sitting out here for a little bit. Just some science for you, if you will.
Yeah, it looks a little hurt.
You know, milk chocolate melts between 86 and 90 degrees, so that should give you an indication of temperatures. This should give you an indication of winds. We're doing pretty good. You know,
that way.
You got your rally towel, you got everything. You can throw it in your own face. It's all good.
Marion, be sure to stay with us. We got more coming up at 6:30.
Feeling the heat over here. Thank you so much for joining us at home. We're back here at 11.
News Channel 3 is now available on any of